Close your eyes for one moment and tap your spirit, tap your soul. Don't worry about the suitcase. Just close your eyes. I have a wonderful joy. In a wonderful way. And my wonderful joy has come to stay. Perfect health is mine. I have a perfect body. And a perfect mind. And I can do excellent work. Fantastic work. Superior work. All the time. Peace out.
Ladies, guys, relax. Back here, we're going to do just a very quick rehearsal. What I want you to do is first take a deep breath and relax. It's exciting, you're nervous, I understand the whole thing. My organization that I form is TWW Inc., which is an arts education organization that deals with promoting literacy in the arts, using African and Native American culture. 95% of people of color from the islands and here in the States have both cultures in their family line. Brooklyn is such a strong, dominant black community as a whole. And most of us are not, family structure-wise, we're not from New York. Most of us are from the South or from the islands. So from a historical point of view, it was important for students because we're pulled away from the deep history to really get them to understand or revisit that history, because they need to. They really need to understand where they come from. I always tell students, you don't represent yourself. You represent all those before you, because your DNA makeup is from all those in the past. Your children represent you. Their children represent them and you, and so forth and so on. So as part of that, I felt it was important that we remember.
The water, come on and wade in the water, children.
Mr. Craig also handed out some pictures to you, correct?
Yes.
And you had to write from the pictures what you felt from that picture on your own form of a slave narrative. But first, can anybody, before we go there, can anybody tell me exactly what defines a slave narrative? What is a slave narrative? Is a slave narrative about the past?
Yes.
Okay, right, it's about the past, reading about the past and what the individuals went through from that time period.
I'm being tied by my arms, shackles on my feet, whipped by my master, and yet a horse is pulling me in a circle on a cotton machine. I want my freedom. I tried to go for it, and I get caught. I did something wrong. What can I do better? Oh, I won't get my freedom. My master, John Lewis, whipping me. He ain't nobody. I, Lola Mae Stewart, am a grown woman. Horror comes over me as I'm swaying back and forth on a ship with thousands of other captives, gasping for air with every sway. I call to God to help us out of this terrible situation. Ocean water splash everywhere. I fear for my life as the taste of salt water, the death, overwhelms me. I hold my mouth with cold, damp hands to keep from throwing up bail because we haven't eaten in days. The stench of decaying bodies fill the air because several of the captives have already passed to their glory. In my eyes is freedom. Stolen from my homeland and headed to a fate worse than death itself. Oh God, why? I cry out with every ounce of strength left in my frail, starving body, being aware of the unknown and afraid of what other forms that torture lay ahead. I pray for death. In my eyes is freedom.